Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Oklahoma's offense will be first on the attack. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
It's a really nice job making the play. And think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Auburn Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after...
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Ball down, but they'll move. Says he picked up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved.
Turning it on! Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Sooners! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Better find the earplugs. for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Now they'll try the right side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Excellent pass by the back on the option. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Rides the back and leaves it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Sooner. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score. And he'll just take a knee and
gets onto the field again. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the...
And that defense to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field it close to the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab on the left. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The give. And they get... The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tight end now in motion. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job. Defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Daniels. And And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now improvising. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown Sooners! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Extending the play. Unloads to the right. Trying to bull his way in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Give to the running back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play.
There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll try to power it in. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, dude.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
To the air, it's Mateer. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Back to pass on second down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the running game. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play-action fake. Looking down the middle. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Bully ball on third and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Quarterback now breaking the field. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. The run from the shotgun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. To the 15. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A third and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Smashes ahead. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. Left inches short. Fourth down coming, and man, did he empty the bag. Spin, juke, jump, jive, you name it. He tried everything. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And to christen this fourth quarter, they'll try to hang a 3 on the board. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now rib. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he's all from the gun. The give, looking for room. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
So here comes the Auburn offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To the air, it's Knight. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Pass the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They're not thinking 3. They want the touchdown, and here they come going for it on 4th and short. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. And the Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Behind the chains. 2nd and long. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the 4th pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass.
Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. On the move to his left. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Slings it downfield. Makes the catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Alston. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback and goes at the 24. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Thompson. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. He's got it and still on his feet. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Under fire. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And it'll be a... The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They send the tight end in motion. Gibson on the option. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Looking for a man. It's Knight. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And after this play, the baked. Wants to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.